Behold the all-new Toyota Hilux. Wait, is this truly a new ute or just a significant facelift? That's the question on everybody's lips as Toyota unveils its new 9th generation Hilux, which rolls into dealerships around Australia in December. And look, I'm not going to beat around the bush here. This is a controversial vehicle. And to be honest, if you dig into the details, it creates more questions than answers. Firstly, why has this new vehicle not adopted the more advanced TNGA-F platform architecture that its twin in America, the Toyota Tacoma, uses, or vehicles on sale in Australia like the Prado and the Land Cruiser 300 series use? Yep, the new 2026 Toyota Hilux rides on the same decade-old IMV ladder frame as the previous Hilux, which was no spring chicken to start with. As a result, the entire body section of the vehicle is the same. Wheelbase? Same. Distance between the wheels? Same. Diesel engines? You guessed it, same. Given Toyota is the world's biggest car maker and probably makes a fair bit of revenue along the way, why would it soldier on with such dated underpinnings for such an important vehicle? And will all the issues that plagued older models still be there in this new one? Well, we're going to drive it and everything will be revealed on Thursday. So don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on that tell-all video. So why hasn't this pickup truck had a more substantial overhaul? Well, let me read the official response, and I quote, "What's it matter? It's a tested and reliable car. It's what the customers want, not what you want. What you want is not always important to the customer. We'll see how we go. I'm pretty confident." So he was responding to journalists there. He's saying to journalists, it's not what you want, it's what customers want. So he's pretty confident that they're going to sell them no matter what, even if it is a dated vehicle underneath. So, bold words. And you know what? That tells you everything you need to know about Toyota's strategy here. So let's break down what's actually changed, because this is where it gets interesting. The exterior has been redesigned, and credit where it's due. Simon Hogios and the team at Toyota Design Australia have toughened up the front end significantly. The interior's been modernised too, developed in Japan, but based on an Australian design theme. And yes, it looks considerably better than the outgoing model. The new look LED taillights add contemporary optics too. But here's where the evolutionary approach becomes crystal clear. The entire centre body section from A-pillar to C-pillar is carryover. Same roof, same windows, same door openings, same skin. The tub is still too narrow to fit an Australian pallet between the rear wheels as well, and that's disappointing. The rear seat is still going to be one of the more cramped in the segment too. Under the skin, it's the same decade-old IMV ladder frame, not Toyota's new generation TNGA-F platform as discussed before. And mechanically, they've actually simplified things by dropping the entry-level 2.7 litre petrol and 2.4 litre turbo diesel. Now it's just the familiar 2.8 litre turbo diesel across the entire range. So, same power figures, a bit more torque for the 6-speed automatic versions compared to the 6-speed manual Hilux utes. So what's with this holding pattern approach to an important, nay, crucial new model? Well, if you read between the lines, it feels like Toyota thinks that ute sales have peaked. They're forecasting annual sales in excess of 40,000 for the new Hilux. Now, compare that to the 64,301 units they sold in 2022 when they were top of the sales charts. That's a significant drop in expectations. Toyota has surrendered sales leadership to the Ford Ranger over the last 2 years, and Toyota's sales boss is being refreshingly honest about the competitive landscape. Here's what he told us. The ute market has been pretty much a two-horse race, but there are players continuing to enter the market that will no doubt have an impact. But we remain certain our new Hilux will continue to hold its own against the new competition and deliver what Australians demand in a ute. Translation? Kinda sounds like they don't care about winning the ute race anymore. They're trying to defend their position in a more cost-effective way. I guess everybody's penny pinching. And that's what this update is really about, doing as much as possible without the cost of an all-new clean sheet design. My guess is that Toyota is probably working on a future generation vehicle with the new platform underpinnings of the Tacoma, but it's waiting on perhaps a more advanced turbo diesel, fully hybrid or plug-in hybrid powertrain. And yeah, look, we'll see. There's definitely something going on here though. Now, it's not all carryover stuff and cost cutting. There are some genuine updates here. Credit where credit's due. First, 3,500 kilograms of braked towing capacity is now standard across the range. Previously, 4x2 petrol models could only tow 2,500 kilograms. That's a meaningful update for tradies, those who use their vehicle as a workhorse, and also adventurers. The tech package is vastly improved. We're talking wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, embedded sat-nav, Toyota connected services, and proper digital instrument clusters. 7 inches on the Workmate and SR jumping to 12.3 inches on higher grades. The safety suite has been brought up to date with the latest Toyota Safety Sense package as standard across the range, so it'll beep and bleep constantly. And that's because there's a new cabin detection alert system, and it's got a radar that can also detect passengers in the rear seats, so that is pretty handy. The 48-volt mild hybrid system is now standard on all automatic double cab SR grades and above, adding 8.5 kilowatts and 65 newton meters of torque, adding a bit more extra thrust when starting off. But I feel like this is a bit of a missed opportunity. Toyota should have added this mild hybrid engine across the range. It would have appeased a lot of customers who are going to ask, what's new? So, back to those questions I asked at the start of the video. Why is this vehicle not on the new TNGA-F platform? I reckon it comes down to penny pinching, plain and simple. But will it drive any differently? And will all the issues with older models be ironed out? Stay tuned, because later in the week we'll publish our first drive of this very, very important new model. To finish up, I do like Hanley's confidence. He said, "I am not going home losing sleep over anything. That car will go fine." I'll tell you why that car will go fine. It's got everything a ute buyer wants. It's reliable, it's got good quality, it's got a car brand behind it that's trusted, it's got a car brand behind it that can supply parts. It's got a car brand behind it with 280 dealers around the country. And you know what? He might be right. A lot of people are still going to buy this vehicle. And at the end of the day, Hilux buyers are famously loyal. The question is whether 40,000 of them per year will be enough to justify this evolutionary approach, or whether Toyota has underestimated how much the market has moved on. Stay tuned for our first drive in the new Hilux on Thursday. Pricing drops a day before that on the Wednesday, which will be interesting, and then it starts rolling into showrooms from December. Will Toyota's evolutionary bet pay off? Have I hit the nail on the head here, or am I completely off the mark? Leave a comment below. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.